Good morning, Wabash. Good morning, Speaking today at Pioneer Chapel will be Aman Brar with this talk titled Wabash United. Aman is founder and partner at Ground Game Ventures and has an extensive background in leading technology companies through periods of high growth, M&A, and integration. Ground Game invests in early-stage B2B software companies focused on transforming work with the power of AI. Previously, Aman launched Canvas, the world's first text-based interviewing software. The startup was acquired by JobVite 16 months after launch. Aman then led JobVite as CEO and board member while acquiring and integrating various recruiting technology companies. As former president of Apparatus, Aman helped lead the company through strategic acquisition by Virtuosa, where he subsequently led the global infrastructure business unit. Aman graduated from Wabash College in 1999 with degrees in economics and religion. He also completed his MBA from the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University, Bloomington. Aman, his spouse Susan, and his son Navraj live in Indianapolis, Indiana. And a few other words here from Coach Gilbert.
So, not that Aman needs more introduction, but I wanted to give it because this is one of my best friends in life. And we've known each other since early in our high school years. So, part of Wabash is just an idea and a concept that by taking this challenge and taking the road less traveled, that Wabash can work in you in a way that truly helps you reach your full potential as a grown man and adult, and then therefore you can turn back and make a difference in the world. And I really haven't seen that play out any better than in Aman's life. He is a role model for coming from not much to becoming so much. But along the way, his loyalty is just so deep, not only to the college, but to just anyone. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone else who's so individually successful, but yet has just been so determined to take so many people with him. Sometimes when you succeed in life, you forget the people who helped you get there, and he has never done that once. He has taken me along the ride so many times, but beyond that, the people who have worked for him, with him, under him, have always had a place at the table as he's eaten in life. And I just want you to know, if there's anyone who embodies the lifestyle of Wabash, but also for Wabash United Week, if there's anyone who is working diligently behind the scenes in ways you never know to make sure that this college prospers moving forward in a united fashion so that we too can all have that kind of experience, it's Aman. When he was a student here, that was back before being independent was even a thing, let alone cool. And Aman and Mr. King were independents and screwed the whole system up. To where they were like, they let cool people be independent, now I guess we got to build dorms. And so lo and behold, his leadership in this college was here when he was a student, and it's been present the entire time during his alumni years. I love this man dearly, one of my best friends in life, Aman Brar. Thank you.
I will say I do a lot of talks, and I love that I get nervous when I get to speak to the student body here, and I was thinking about that. I think it's because I love you all so much, and you don't even know it yet, but it's very heartfelt to be here with you today. I really wasn't that nervous until Dr. Hallen walked in the door, and I started thinking about trauma from econometrics, but it served me very well. He'd also be glad to know that my very unique title of the talk, Wabash United, did not require ChatGPT for titling assistance. So we just ran that play straight up the middle. So Wabash United, not a soccer team, rather it's who we are, and I'm really excited to be here with you today just to talk a little bit about that concept and what it means to me. So good morning. All right, I need a little help getting warmed up. I like a little interactivity, so I need like 3 volunteers to stand up. All right, we got one. All right, and then run that one up there, and then how about one from the top? All right, perfect. All right, nothing too embarrassing here, gentlemen, but I just need your help kind of getting some out of space. So I want you to get out your phone. Gentlemen here, what is the last song you played on Spotify? Okay, Young Folks by Peter, Bjorn, and John. All right, very good. One more, first picture in your camera roll. You can choose one of your top three. I'll give you 3 outs, but it's got to be one. And I need a description of the picture.
The last picture was an accidental screenshot.
Accidental screenshot.
The picture before that is the Scarlet Honors weekend flyer that our fantastic Rush chair made. The third one is a picture of my ID that I'm sending to my mom.
Very good. I would like to encourage you to take pictures of people. That is what I would like to encourage you to do for your remaining time at Wabash College. All right, number 2 over here. All right, the last song on Spotify. All right, very good. 100 Bars by Baby Tron. Yeah, I like that. All right, excellent. And let's go to first picture in your camera roll, or one of the top 3. Right, so we went from a person who doesn't take pictures of people to basically an egoist that's just sitting here taking selfies of himself all the time. That's good. Appreciate the vulnerability. That's nice. Did you look good in the picture? All right, very good, very good. So it might make it onto the apps. Yeah, good. Yeah, all right, very good. All right, thank you very much. Up top here. Okay, all right, nice. Well played, well played. Yeah, let's go last 3 photos, yeah. Okay, solid, yeah, you know where to go. Okay, all right, good. Skip that one. Skip that one. Oh, this is good. Yeah, wow, yeah, yeah. Mulligan. Yeah. He's on picture 400. Okay, Grandma, found Grandma. Okay, cool, yeah, or he got you. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Thanks for. I will say it was a great reminder that I was at Wabash College. There was not one picture of a woman that was articulated in today's broadcast, for better or worse, but you're rather focused, so that is good. Right, well, appreciate the crowd interactivity. Where's Jackson Gilbert? Is he in this room? Jackson Gilbert, I just want to thank you for ruining my wedding anniversary. You happen to be born on that day. Instead of celebrating, my wife has a picture of you holding you in the hospital. You were much softer back then. But special day for our family. Listen, guys, this it's a sense of the kind of bonds that this place creates, and one of the things is, practicing vulnerability, right? And the reason I have so much deep love for the people in my life is because we had moments to be vulnerable. Sometimes that's by lying and not admitting that the last song was Taylor Swift in your Spotify playlist, but that's okay. We got to start somewhere. So listen, this place creates bonds in unusual ways, in unusual places. I'd say Wabash unites us in peculiar ways, even. Sometimes in fun, sometimes in debate, sometimes in hurt, but there's always an opportunity to unite, to be our best, and to Wabash Unite. I like to say I met Coach Gilbert on the football field, but that's not entirely true. It was in physics class in high school. The reality was I was a terrible underclassmen football player, and he had no right or reason to know my name. But he did, and our acquaintance blossomed to brotherhood here at Wabash College. He is my best friend, he's my brother. I feel like our young men here are so lucky to have him as a coach both on and off the field, and I look forward to his impact at this institution. When someone very close to me was having a mental health emergency, a suicide attempt, I was driving down in my car to go check in on this person, and Coach Gilbert was on the other line with me. There wasn't a lot of talking, but I felt his love in the silence on the other side of the phone. I was opening the door really trepidatiously with Jake on the other line to find someone close to me, to watch them in the greatest pain that they've ever experienced so I could get them to the hospital. Jake was calm, he was collected, and even in the long silence on the phone, I could feel his friendship and love. Nothing needed to be said. So thank you for being my brother, Jake. On my best days and on my darkest days, For that, I'm forever grateful. You know, we became Wabash United, not because we always laughed together, but because we grew to understand each other and bring out the best in each other. And I encourage you to bring out the best in each other. It's probably one of the most important things that you can work on focusing here during your time at the college. My brother Kim King, we became Wabash United in a most peculiar way. It was August of 96, I can't even remember anymore. I was, as my 15-year-old son would say, the last century or the 1900s. Anyways, we were in a check-in process for the first day of football camp, and we found ourselves in line at the clinic. A few minutes later, I'm in line with this guy with a funny wrinkle on his head. You know, between Kim and I, we could keep a conversation going with a brick wall, so we were gregarious to say the least. Next thing you know, we're in line for our physicals. It's like, how'd that happen? We're dropping our drawers. I'm like turning my head and we're coughing and we're pretending like this is no big deal. We pulled up our drawers, next man up, as they say. We bonded in a peculiar way. Anyways, we gathered ourselves in our dignity and we started walking towards our living units. Yeah, you know how you say goodbye to someone in a parking lot and then you realize your car's parked in the same place and then we're just doing this long, awkward walk, so we decide to start talking again. Next thing you know, we're making our way up the stairs at Martindale and realizing we would share a door and be roommates as we started our first year as scholar athletes at Wabash College. Kim brought out my best at Wabash. I mean, I had to carry a dictionary just to have a conversation with him. I didn't understand many of the multisyllabic words he was throwing around, but he did bring out my best and my best vocabulary. He is part of my family. In fact, my wife made Kim's chapel talk last week because he is family. These men were in my wedding and have been there for me every day of my life. One night, Kim and I was hungry, didn't have much money. I'm not sure how he had more money than me, but he did. I think I had $4.20 and he had like $11, and I went to the ATM machine, and it's the day I learned about the minimum withdrawal limit. Could not get my $4.62 out for Little Mexico. I was rather disappointed. I was feeling kind of down. And just a little bit about this place. I remember walking into Dean Bambry's office, may he rest in peace, and I was really kind of at my wit's end. I felt like I was so resource starved that I didn't know what to do. And I walked in his office, and he didn't say much. But then I figured out there was a secret door, and he gave me $200, and I paid him back. And I don't think he'll ever recognize how much he changed my life that semester, so I could buy my book. So thank you, Dean Bambry. So a large Indian guy, a white Protestant, and a black man from Muncie show up in Crawfordsville. Could be a start of a bad joke, or it could be the start of something that changes your life forever. We're an amazing place. We are no paradise. You know, we're no Shangri-La. No doubt there's plenty of joy here, but there's plenty of pain too. But if we approach this experience open to what is possible, open to understanding, open to being our best, committed to being our best, then we can leave here transformed. People will say hurtful things. They'll cause pain. They may look up and tell you not to worry. What is pain? French bread, Denzel Washington, remember the Titans. But it's more than French bread. It's an opportunity. How do we react to pain? Do we give it our best? Do we give them our best? Do we stay united? The next time someone looks up at you, says something that hurts you, look them in the eye. Tell them you are sad that they do not understand your pain, because your pain makes you stronger, will allow you to understand things he may never understand, unless he chooses to understand. Then you can help him. You can help him understand your pain, and he can be as strong as you are. Challenge the child, the woman, the man, the father, the brother, the coach, the classmate, the professor, the governor, the president, to be their best. Tell them you expect more and you know they can do more, that you believe in them and you can help them find their best. When someone hurts you here, look them in the eye. Tell them to step up and be their best. Help them find their best. Watch how they react to the challenge. Watch them step up eventually. Don't tell them to make them small, but to help them become tall. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Wabash was amazing. It was hard, it was hurtful, but it was amazing. Playing on Saturdays was the best. But childhood was hard. I don't look back at it fondly. Like many kids, I was surrounded by hardship and dysfunction. And unfortunately, like many, I had to grow up way too fast. At this point in the story, I'd like to tell you that going to school as a young person every day was an oasis for the affection, community, and safety that I sought. But unfortunately, it was filled with xenophobia, taunting, bullying, racism, under any definition of the word. Being a kid was hard. A high school student athlete, a little less so. A student athlete at Wabash, well, ultimately that was great. I finally found the comfort I was looking for. Being a student athlete saved me in many ways. Before I found football, or I found Wabash, or they found me, before I was shaped and molded by my college professors and coaches, before I became a student athlete, I was lacking grit, lacking tenacity, lacking mental toughness, lacking confidence, lacking a place in this world. I didn't know how to be my best. No one had taught me. The collegiate classroom and the playing field were integral to rebuilding me. I found confidence, a team, a community, sometimes small, sometimes big community, physical and mental health and strength. First time I walked into a mental health clinic was here at Wabash College. It was very helpful to me, and I'm forever grateful. I found out that Wabash always fights. I found my voice, I found my passion. I found my passion for learning. I learned to deal with conflict and loss and the joy on the other side of pain. I gained a sense of pride being a student athlete at a rigorous liberal arts college. I was really proud to be a little giant. The loneliness I felt in my early life was slowly dissipating. My anxiety had something to focus on, the classroom and the playing field. This place can be potent. I didn't enjoy the stress of finishing my titration lab in chemistry so I could get to the practice field on time without extra sprints as a penalty, but it was worth it, and I was a left tackle. I could use the extra sprints. Wabash, if you allow it, can transform your life. Not because of the red brick walls, but because you are here for each other. If you are paying attention, deep down inside, you know you need someone in this room now more than ever. Because of your brotherhood, you can always find meaning, something to fight for, always a reason to be your best, a reason to push yourself, to do more in our community, for our city, for our country, challenge each other to be your best. All men are broken. This college is a union of broken men. Individually, we are broken, but brotherhood can mend. I encourage you to be Wabash United. Give each other your best, your very best, not your belligerent best, but your very best. Not your drunken best, but your very best. Not your violent best, but your very best. Not your ChatGPT best, but both of your very best together. Not your xenophobic best, but your very best. Not your sexist best, your very best. Not your homophobic best, but your very best. Not your racist best, but your very best. Not your Republican best, not your Democratic best, not your divided best, but your united best. Please give this place and each other your very, very best. I'm thankful for my transformation at Wabash College. I'm thankful I have the honor and responsibility of being a student athlete here. I'm thankful for you. I love each and every one of you. This place, it taught me how to give you my very best. Wabash always fights. Thank you very much.
Just a few final announcements. First off, I want to personally congratulate the 15 Wabash men on making it into Rhineship. We continue Wabash United Week with our volleyball team taking on Westminster tonight at 7. La Alianza and the Sphinx Club are partnering up for an indoor tailgate starting at 6, so won't be too cold. Soon after, at 8 o'clock, the MXIBS is hosting Brother to Brother. Enjoy meaningful conversations, breakout rooms with guided discussions, finger food, drinks, and the chance to connect with students campus-wide. Tomorrow, I encourage you to attend the Cultural Fair in Detchen Hall, hosted by the DEI Committee, from 4 to 6 with TGIF outside. Grab a Ronnie Burger, head inside, and enjoy what our cultural clubs have to offer. Finally, on Saturday, we have tennis versus Anderson at 11 and against Earlham at 4 o'clock. And finally, our lacrosse team kicks off its home opener and celebrates Military Appreciation Day against Earlham College at 1 o'clock. Now, will you all please rise and join me in singing Old Wabash? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.